Hi guys, Artie here, and MeTV Toons has finally launched, and I want to give my thoughts and opinions on the channel so far. At 8 PM on launch day, I sat down and watched Bugs Bunny and Friends and the beginning of Cartoon All-Stars, so I could get a good first impression of the channel. Right off the bat, I want to say that the stuttering audio from the poor signal was actually giving me a headache. I'm not kidding. Putting that factor aside, this channel is a very enjoyable experience. The station that carries MeTV Toons in my area is the low power station WWDP, or WMFP, and the station has until 2026 to move to physical channel 36, ever since they applied for the permit back in 2022. They better get a move on before the permit expires in 2026. I really do want to watch this channel on a regular basis and put it on in the background while I work on videos, but the signal glitching every 5 seconds makes it almost unwatchable and is the biggest downside. Huge turnaway. Whenever it's storming outside, the channel doesn't come in at all. However, they actually managed to get the aspect ratio right, as MeTV and the rest of Weigel's roster of channels airs in 16:9 widescreen. MeTV Toons master feed broadcasts the shows in native 4:3 and 720p quality, however it varies depending on which affiliate. For some odd reason, WWDP broadcasts the channel in 14:9, causing the shows to be displayed squashed in 3:3. And if you were wondering, yes, the credits do play in full and there's no split screen credits at all. At least not yet. As of recording, the channel is currently available in select over-the-air affiliates, Friendly TV, and Philo. No word yet if MeTV Toons is coming to major cable providers such as Xfinity, Spectrum, or DirecTV. But I'll keep everyone updated once that information comes out. If the signal is terrible or is not available at all in your area, I recommend getting Friendly TV. Anyways, for the launch itself, it didn't have a special ceremony, say like Cartoon Network and Boomerang had when they first launched in 1992 and 2000 respectively, and just had a 5-second long bumper of the characters excited for the channel to launch at 6 AM, and cut straight to Captain Planet. It doesn't hinder my enjoyment of the network, but I was expecting a grand opening for MeTV Toons. I guess you could say that 2-minute promo they looped during the pre-launch days technically counts as the launch celebration, I suppose. One of the best qualities has to be the limited amount of commercials on the channel. The only ones I've seen were for the very old Billy Mays infomercial Mighty Mendit, and an advertisement for LifeLock. Again, this is dependent on the platform you watch the channel on. Also, the breaks are mostly comprised of shorts, bumpers, promos, and interstitials. Speaking of, I love the interstitials and they're very reminiscent of classic Boomerang break segments. The interstitials include Cartoon College, Quick Chicks, and MeTV Toons Toon, which is basically like Boomerang along. There's trivia segments, clips of the shows, music videos, behind the scenes, and educational tidbits centering around the shows that can be found on MeTV Toons. This brings me to my next topic, the branding and identity itself. The branding isn't anything to write home about, but definitely a step up from Boomerang's current branding. It's a little simplistic and bare bones, but it gets the job done. But I'm sure there'll be a rebrand in a few years' time. The yellow, blue, forest green, and dark red color palette fits a classic cartoon channel much more than yellow, cyan, magenta, and black. Thankfully, the fun interstitials make up for this. I feel like having video clips or at least some sort of animation in the next bumpers and the "We'll be right back" bumpers would be so much more lively than still PNGs of the characters. MeTV Toons' next bumpers remind me of the ones Tooncast in South America uses. I wouldn't be surprised if they took inspiration from them. The best promo has to be the one for the totally animated 80s block on Sunday night. I love the aesthetic and creativity, and it seems like this is where a good chunk of the effort went to. It's very dynamic compared to the rest of the bumpers on the channel. The closest thing I can compare it to is the Checker Pass promos, but even then it's way more vibrant than that. Schedule-wise, the channel puts every other TV channel in America to shame and is one of, if not the best schedule in the world right now. And that's not even all they have to offer, as there's more on the way in the coming months. I wish they could have a Cartoons block on Friday overnight, especially since Adult Swim's Checker Pass block is not living up to their full potential, but there's no way in hell that's happening. And they have already confirmed they have no plans to air older Cartoon Network shows. I wouldn't be surprised if they planned to air them at some point when the channel was in the planning stages, but was scrapped once Checkered Past came along. My only criticism toward the schedule is the amount of Police Academy airing, but even then it's a drop in the ocean when compared to the rest of the schedule. It's almost flawless. Certain shows will be alternating once the other finishes its run, with the Scooby-Doo show replacing Scooby-Doo Where Are You, and the Perils of Penelope Pitstop replacing Wacky Races in July, and then it starts over once all the episodes cycle through. Also, the episodes do not air in production order. Nonetheless, MeTV Toons has a prime selection of classic cartoons from the Rubber Hose era all the way through the early 2000s, such as Popeye, Woody Woodpecker, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, The Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, Top Cat, and even some more obscure shows such as Hysteria and Two Stupid Dogs. The viewership ratings have not come in yet for the first week, obviously, but I predict they'll be astronomical for OTA channel standards. It's definitely worth checking out, even if that means digging up in the attic for an old TV antenna and messing around with it for hours to get the perfect signal, or biting the bullet and subscribing to Friendly TV. So far, MeTV Toons' run has been spectacular. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notify, and check out other videos on the channel. You may like them. What are your first impressions on MeTV Toons, and what do you expect from the channel later down the line? Let me know in the comments.